Ladies and gentlemen, first leg is Peter to throw first. Game on.
Rob Malarkey alongside me, Dan Dawson, in the commentary box for your opening semi-final. It's the #1 seed Peter Wright against Ron the Bomb Meulenkamp.
The spin-offs are numerous, but ultimately it boils down to one match. And the rest will take care of itself. There is so much on the line here for Ron Meulenkamp. But all he can focus on here and now is overcoming Peter Wright, the man who is seeded 1 here, the man who is #3 in the world.
100.
A man who's won 9 titles this year and a man who's on the brink of making it another European Tour title. It would be #5 for 2017. And he has been far from convincing so far.
140.
Just to illustrate that, in that match against Ronnie Hybrex earlier today, he needed 12 attempts at double to win his first leg. He eventually sealed it with #1. It's been that sort of a day for Peter Wright. It's not been emphatic.
83.
It's been just about enough. The average is far from spectacular. 94.26 is highest average of the weekend so far against Jelle Klassen in the quarterfinals.
Well, he's got a tournament average of 90, Peter Wright. That's lower than Ron Meulenkamp.
That's lower than Meulenkamp's, yeah. Not by much, but it's lower.
And Ron, he's seen off Dennis Nielsen. Oh, there's that weird lateral movement. It's kind of a snatch, but it's a sort of sideways one. It's a strange thing.
And you can never tell when it's going to happen either. It just happens. It's not a regular thing. It's just a very sporadic occurrence.
But Ron Meulenkamp, at the back end of his game with Dennis Nielsen, he closed it out to win 6-2, 13 darter, 11 darter, 12 darter. We've seen Dutchmen do that. Usually it's Michael van Gerwen at this stage of tournaments. I like this, Ron.
$133. He requires 70.
Well, he set it up very nicely indeed. Question is now, will he get the opportunity to finish it off? Like I say, Peter Wright has not been emphatic on the finishing so far this weekend. He's got 1 dart in hand here at tops.
Game shot
and
on the
this time
leg.
it's more than enough.
Second leg is Ron to throw first. Game on.
Peter Wright with a 15 darter, and after horrific opening legs in his game against Chris Quantock yesterday, his game against Ronnie Hybrex earlier on today, it will feel sweet for Snakebites to just nail that at the first time of asking. And Ron Meulenkamp going off 26 is just what Peter Snakebite Wright wanted to see.
Yep.
Using his 3rd set of darts this weekend.
100.
3rd set of darts today, actually, Peter Wright. Changed them after leg 1 of his Hybrex game, I think, this afternoon. Then abandoned them to go to a different set.
$60.
Well, Ron Meulenkamp has not lost more than 3 legs in a single match this weekend so far, apart from in qualifying. Qualifying was his toughest ordeal, you could say. He dropped 9 legs over the course of Thursday evening in the 2 matches he played, Jan Dekker and Dirk van Dijvenbode.
Well, that first leg here is only the 10th leg he's lost all weekend in this international darts
99.
Open.
Only his 2nd appearance on the European Tour this year. He lost in the first round in Sindelfingen in May to John Henderson. It's
83.
One heck of a transformation, it really is.
And we've seen Ron, we saw him have a run in Austria last year, and that was his best run. He made the last 16, and I think that's the best I'd seen him play. But probably today has been even better than that in spells as he fires in his first maximum, and he needed it to get down to a finish. And it is encouraging, and it does take a while for players to get used to PDC dots, and just one weekend
92.
can just be a signal of intent.
On Uruguay, 136.
You look at somebody like Steve West. We'll come back to this point in a minute. Not going to take out the 136. Peter Wright, 10 points further along in this leg. 1 treble would get him a dart at the bullseye.
It's Uruguay, 126.
It'll be the 19s he looks at. 4 19s for bull. If he hits 2 treble 19s, he's got double 6. How many times have we seen Peter Wright chuntering away to himself, not happy with how he's thrown a dart this weekend?
58. Ron Uruguay, 78.
Still 10 points to cushion. Inching closer.
12 scored, 66. It's got to be 16 ball.
$41.
Well, he's not got away with it. He should have given himself a dart at a double. He only got one at the bullseye. And Peter Wright, having taken out 70 in the opening leg to hold his throw, is looking at 68 for a 2-0 lead. And he gets 2 darts at it.
Game shot on the
And
second.
he only needs the one.
He's got his shooting boots on tonight, hasn't he, Peter Wright? No messing around on the double so far in this one. Clean take in the first, clean take in the second. And Peter Wright, well,
140.
just returning to the Peter Wright that we have seen so many times on the European Tour this year. 4 times a winner on the European Tour, 5 times in his career. Let's not forget he has won 1 prior to this year.
41.
Yeah, that was back at the old Maritime Hotel in Dusseldorf. The European Darts Open only moved to its new venue this year. I was just saying before the end of that leg, if you look at somebody like Steve West, who'd been around, been playing PDC darts for a while, but hadn't really been troubling the back end of tournaments, but he'd been there or thereabouts, you know, winning games here and there. But last year, suddenly clicked, made a final, started going on deep runs, started putting in ton-plus averages. It can just suddenly fall into place and people feel at home. Darren Webster is another man who'd been around for years and years and years. Won his first title in 12 years this year, Darren Webster.
140.
Because he just suddenly started believing in himself and he felt confident. Now, Ron has obviously made some changes to his lifestyle because he's lost an absolute shed load of weight. He looks good for it. He's evidently feeling good. He's been putting hard work in. In
140.
fact, Ron Meulenkamp, after beating Michael Smith, the number 4 seed...
2 hours on the practice board.
Yeah.
Straight away almost.
He wasn't playing again that day. Peter Wright, double 18.
85.
This is outside, but he's going to come back and have a look at it.
Yeah, he made that point with Almar, didn't he, on stage when he was chatting to him earlier. And he mentioned Darren Webster. There's another man who practices just whenever he can. I mean, he still works in the day job as, you know, comes home from work in the evening, doesn't just lie on the sofa, does 3 or 4 hours maybe.
He'll play in his lunch hour, Darren Webster. He'll have a board up in his office. Hard work beats talent.
That's this weekend's motto, isn't it?
It is. It certainly is for Ron Meulenkamp. And Peter Wright is a man who works very, very hard. And it pays dividends. And this year, it has paid more dividends than ever, winning his first major championship at the UK Open. He's won 9 titles this year, including that. And he could well make it 10 here this weekend because 3-0 to Peter Wright. It is very, very difficult to come back against the world number 3 from this position.
It is a shame that Meulenkamp hasn't qualified for Göttingen because it all rests, as far as European Championship qualification is concerned, on this particular match now. Remember, lost to Jan Dekker 6-5 in the final round of qualifying for Göttingen.
$140.
Is he just hitting the buffers here? Ton 40 there. Needs to just get a leg on the board and give himself a platform on which to build here.
Well, the encouraging thing for Ron is that he's still averaging
91.
Well, right up there. There you go. He's averaging 100. But he's only had 1 dart at double, which kind of artificially inflates that average.
123.
A little bit frustrating that he's hit the 3 there. Another one of those will leave a finish.
140. Yes. Ron, you require 98.
That's what Peter Wright can do. He can just sow these seeds of doubt. 60 away.
58.
So he'll be hoping and fairly confident of returning to tops, but Peter Wright is a very different animal right now. Meulenkamp will return.
Right, well, here we go.
Run
the bomb. Tops you want. Bends the wire. Double 10.
Oh, that is agonising for Ron Meulenkamp.
110.
And Peter Wright, his eyes will be lighting up here. Great potential for a 4-0 lead.
Treble 18 for double. That would be the obvious shot. Ugh. Yeah, I know.
42. On your required 20.
Well, a bit of a dog's dinner in the end of that one, but Meulenkamp here, not standing on ceremony. Double 10.
Game shot on the fourth
and he
leg.
has a leg on the board. And he does have that platform.
First. Game on.
And he needs to remind himself here he's just one break down, right with the advantage of having thrown first as well. So he's effectively got to find 2 breaks. And it's hard to do when Peter Wright kicks off with a ton 8.
108.
It is, and that's his first one of this game. I think that brings him to double figures for the tournament, Peter Wright.
$95.
He's in again.
140.
We have seen a number of 9-dart attempts this weekend.
Well, Peter Wright with the best of the lot, I think. 7 darts early today.
7 darts. Chizzy went 7 darts into it as well, having gone 6 darts into it early on in his game when he hit 7 180s the other day. But that is Ron Meulenkamp's second maximum.
$140.
Yeah, really good leg of darts this from Peter Wright.
$125.
Still in there battling, but 41 left after 9. Meulenkamp is hoping that Peter Wright has another aberration on the doubles. Really was struggling with this area of the board at times this weekend.
Game
But not right now. 12 darter for Peter Snakebite Wright, and this looks much more like the world number 3 that we know.
And should Peter Wright get to the final,
180.
and it's still up in the air. The omen is that he has not lost a Euro Tour final this year. He's played in 4 and he's won all of them.
He has lost some other finals.
He has lost plenty of other finals, but on the European Tour this year, he is foot perfect in finals, but he's not there yet. Meulenkamp. Points on the floor. That will not do him any favours whatsoever.
40.
Just 40 scored, not backing it up.
I've just checked actually, and I thought I was right, as Peter Wright looks to fill this up for another max. Yeah, there it is. 180. 2 in 2 legs for Peter Snakebite Wright. Yeah, he has lost 6 other finals this year, so Peter Wright could easily have got to that double figures mark in titles.
100.
But the only people he has lost to: Michael van Gerwen, the world number 1, the man who is throwing the greatest darts ever witnessed by man; Gary Anderson, the world number 2, who has become
60.
Peter Wright's nemesis over the last couple of years and seems to raise his game every time he plays him;
Taylor.
And Phil Taylor, the greatest player of all time.
In the World Match Play. Yeah.
And the Melbourne Darts Masters as well, down under. Denying him not only a first match play title, but denying him also a first World Series title. Peter Wright loves a 161. But he's not going to take it out here. Ron Meulenkamp has a chance to close that gap to just the 2 legs. But he's only going to get 2 darts at the double, and he cannot afford to take as much time as he did in that other leg, which eventually did get over the line, but he gave Snakebite a chance. Tops. tens.
Has to go.
Game shot on the stick leg. Ron Meulenkamp.
He's still just about
7
hanging
legs
in there.
Peter
He's
to throw
running out of
first.
legs here.
Game on.
And he still needs to find a couple of breaks. One break down, and ultimately, if we do go to a decider, he'll have to break again. Still just about afloat here. But Peter Wright can't afford to let up.
140.
There's no sign of him doing so on his front three darts either. He's once again off to a very solid start, especially on his throw. He's been effective at that so far this evening.
Ron Meulenkamp is battling against all kinds of things in this game.
100.
But he is battling gamely. That is 180, number 4 for Ron the Bomb. Not only has he never been this far in a PDC tournament, let alone in a big stage PDC tournament, such as this International Darts Open.
140.
Not only does he know that a first final is on the line, an appearance to the first European Championship is on the line, but it would be his first win against Peter Wright, who has,
100.
well, on their 3 previous occasions, won them all. Admittedly, the first one was tight. That was a long while ago. Since then, he's beaten him 6-0 and 10-3 at the Players' Championship finals back at the home of World Darts Minehead in November. So, in the last couple of years, Ron Meulenkamp has played 19 legs against Peter Wright, and he's lost 16 of them. He is battling against all kinds of things in this game to try and upset the odds and make it through. And he is still fighting, still battling. He's on a potential 11 darter.
This is more like it. He's in a good position here. If Wright slips up, Meulenkamp is looking at 81 for a break of throw. 96 away. Oh, he's found it. 18s for a 5-2 lead.
98. Ron, you require 81.
Is a gilt-edged chance here for Ron Meulenkamp.
Desperate to see a treble. 12s he's looking at. Oh, he's missed the big number. Do not
41.
miss the big number, as we call it, Ron Meulenkamp.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
For the second time in this game, he was looking at finishes like he had a 78 earlier on and he missed a big number, only got a dart at the ball. There he should have at least got a dart at the ball, and he doesn't get a dart at all. And it is killing Ron Meulenkamp.
8 legs Ron to throw first.
5-2 to the world number 3. Peter Wright 1 leg away from yet another Euro Tour final. And take nothing away from Peter Wright. This is a strong performance because he's only dropped 2 legs to a man averaging around about 100. Peter Wright, this is the best performance we have seen from him all weekend. Look at that 104 average, 120 nearly on the first 9. This 95. Is the kind of stuff that Peter Wright was doing all the way through the opening European Tour events of the year, and indeed pretty much everything at the start of the year when he was winning things left, right and centre. And it is testament to this man that he has played nothing like
91.
His genuine self all through this weekend. And it's come to the crunch. He's had to turn it on, and he has.
And he has. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dan. He has ridden his luck to get this far, but now he's here. Now he can sense another title. Title number 10 for this year. He is just beginning to motor.
60.
Given a huge helping hand in that previous leg, but making the most of it. And that's more like it on the checkout stats as well.
99.
6 from 21 in that match against Quantock. 6 from 20 against Ronnie Hybricks.
Oh, now maximum leaves the 170.
180.
And he's got it. It's a third max to leave the biggest finish of the lot. Can Ron Meulenkamp take out the second biggest finish of the lot?
It would be special if he could. It would be very special if he could. Bullseye. Oh, would you believe it? This tournament just continues to deliver the goods. It might all be in vain, but that is just very much in keeping with what has gone on before here in Riesa this weekend. Peter Wright acknowledging a very special moment. Meulenkamp, well, it's only, I say only, a hold of throw, but still, what a special moment that was. Ron Meulenkamp just giving Peter Wright something else to think about here. Wright, though, still 1 leg away.
Ron Meulenkamp, 167. I mean, it's not the biggest checkout we've seen this weekend. Rob Cross took out the 170. But we had a couple of 164s as well. And look, Ron Meulenkamp may not win this game. He's still got to win 3 legs, 2 of them against the throw, against a man averaging 104. But he has shown what he is capable of doing. This new look, slimline, sleek Ron the Bomb has turned up here in Riso, only his second Euro Tour event of the year. Didn't even have a win under his belt. Coming here. And he's come through the quarter of death, beating some serious players. Michael Smith, a 4-time Euro Tour winner. Dennis Nielsen, the back end of that game, I know he's unseeded, Dennis Nielsen, but finishing it off 13, 11, 12, the last 3 legs from Ron Meulenkamp, he's shown he is capable. It's probably the best darts he's played, in spells, in the PDC. And if it is a statement of intent from Ron Meulenkamp, then we can look forward to seeing a lot more of him. He should be able to keep hold of his tour card, no bother at all. And then we can see the best of Ron the Bomb in the coming months. But Peter Wright has turned it on, and he's on 81, as is Ron Meulenkamp. But for a potential 11 darter and a 6-3 win and a place in the final, Peter Snakebite Wright, treble 19. Looking at the 12s now, and it's the bull.
47. Ron, you require 81.
And now it's Meulenkamp's turn to have a go. Same route. This for a break. Fluffed his lines last time by missing the big number. 12s again. Hit the big number. Better. 13s.
55.
Just not to be.
Peter requires 34.
And it's over to Peter Wright once again.
Straight at it. Or is it 2 for double 16? Don't know, because it's the same part of the board. Where were you looking, Peter? He was looking straight at it. Maybe he's now regretting that decision. What's there to think about, Peter? Do you not like the double 8? He doesn't. But the double 4 works for him. Peter Wright, once bitten, twice shy, staying clear of that double 8 that has caused him some problems, not just this weekend, but last weekend. Ron Meulenkamp has averaged almost 106 there. That is the best average we have seen from Ron the Bomb on a PDC stage. A superb weekend for the young Dutchman. It is a shame that it ends in disappointment, not only missing out on a first final, but missing out on a spot at the European Championship as well.